Hello and welcome to part 2 of this edition of a You and Them reading. So I've done You, that's part 1, so go across, see if it resonates. This is now Them, so we're going to see what's going off with them. If you do want to personalise reading, I do offer these recorded ones, linked in the bio. They're only 20 quid. I will in most cases do them same day, but please allow up to 4 working days. Right. So, had some kind of idea of where we were going in the You reading, but the energy of the cards were a little bit all over the place. Right, that one's a bit of a surprise to see. Right, okay. Right, so the first card for them is the Ten of Swords in the reverse position. Swords are where we think words we use. Ten's completion cards. Now I'm covering it up because it's a body face down with swords in its back. Talks about being stabbed in the back or carrying self-limiting beliefs, but I want to say stabbed in the back. Now, it's in the reverse position, so this is talking about going through a release. They're starting to release any kind of hurt, any kind of pain that they've been carrying with them. It could be, it could be that you've said something that's upset them. I'm not 100% sure. Right, we then got the Knight of Cups, Cups, water, emotions. Knight's forward motion. Now with the court cards, there can be an energy within ourselves, there can be the energy of somebody else around us. Knights don't have the knowledge or experience of the kings and the queens, more so than the pages. Now this knight talks about an offer, it's an emotional offer. I feel like they're coming in with an emotional offer, or they have recently done. And then we've got the Magician card, which is the manifestation card, very powerful card. Now, whether they're manifesting this connection or not, we'll have to wait and see. Let's get some more cards out. Right, okay. We then got the Five of Swords. Swords are where we think words we use, okay. Now they're the figure in the foreground, there's two figures that have laid the swords down, they're walking away, okay. It talks about a difference of opinion, direction, etc. Who's going to come out on top? Well, they are, okay. We then got the Nine of Cups in the reverse position, again, something on an emotional level. Now, Nines are reflection cards before we go on to turn and close down the cycle. Now, they're the person on the bench here, on the stool, proudly presenting their 9 cups. Now, in the upright position, even if, we've turned up, we've put the effort in, and other people have let us down in the past, we're going, do you know what, I'm still going to be proud of myself, okay? It can talk about just a straight up kind of, on our way to a wish fulfillment, but I often find it's more, with the readings I do and the people I generally read for, kind of looking back and going, do you know what? I turned up, I showed up, I gave the love, I gave the emotion. If they can't see that, well, sod them. Reverse position, it tends to be either blaming ourselves, feeling down about the situation, feeling like loss of hope, really. I don't know why I want to say that. I wouldn't normally say that with that card, but that's what came out. Overall outcome, Queen of Wands in the reverse position. Okay, so... Right, so, sorry, I'm just thinking back to the You reading and I'm wondering if to amend that one slightly. Now this has come out. Queen of Wands in the reverse position is not a very good ruler, okay? Now I'm going to stick to my guns. I'm going to see if this is how they're seeing you. They're seeing you as a toxic feminine. They're seeing you as kind of backing down to everything. Because we had the King of Wands in the upright, and I said in the first part that it had a little bit of an air of they're in the upright position at the moment because they're getting everything they want. They're seeing you as a toxic feminine who's just going to bend to their will. Obstacles or blockages. The Moon card in the reverse. Okay, so the Moon card for me talks about the unknowns. It's like when we feel like something's off and we can't put our finger on it, or we're looking for pieces of the jigsaw puzzle, we're scrabbling around and we can't ever seem to get them together. Now, upright position, the Moon card says there's no point looking yet. Reverse position, it's going to start coming through. It normally comes through in the dreams, hence the Moon, and it's normally something either from our unconscious, message from spirit or the universe. Now, it kind of feels a little bit like they've been told something or they've had some kind of information come through in their dreams and they've not listened to it, they've not accepted it. Final card, removing any blockages. Queen of Cups in the reverse. Okay, so they need to realise that you're not happy. They need to realise that this doesn't make you happy and this connection doesn't make you happy. it doesn't feel situationshipy, it feels relationship based. So, because of the way the cards are, and because of the energy of the cards, it kind of feels like that release or purging. It may be that you've said something and it's upset them and they're releasing it. It may be that they've said something, their behaviour, the way they've said talk to you and stuff like that hasn't been very nice, and they're kind of forgiving themselves for that, if that makes sense. They've then come forward with an offer and they're manifesting what they want. Now, unfortunately, what they want is to keep you in place. It's not the nicest set of energy, I'm not going to lie to you. It feels quite controlling. Spirit in the universe is trying to get them messages in their sleep to say, look, this isn't right. Your person, to you, they're not happy. And they're not listening. They're not listening at all. They're just seeing you as a toxic feminine. Now, if you have done something wrong, then obviously, you should reflect on that and work your way through it. But they shouldn't be then, it feels very much like, if we're going down that line, they've gone, well, you've hurt me. They're starting to do the release. And then it's got an air of going, well, I'm back now, I forgive you, I'll take you back. Meanwhile, you're wanting more, you're wanting something else, you're wanting your wish fulfillment, whatever that may be. It's going to be love related. And you're waiting for an exit strategy because you realise that they hold all the power. And yes, they might be a happy king at the moment, but that's because they've got what they want. So yeah, not the nicest of energy at all, that one, I'm afraid. So yeah, as the reading said, it's time to get out of Dodge. Just get out there. Potentially say something, around the King of Swords. But yeah, I'm going to leave it there. I wish you all the best of luck. You can do it. I promise you can do it. Ta-ta.